You are watching BBC Choice, and guess what? Size matters.
Good evening, this is BBC Choice, and we hope your Sunday has been a rested one. We'll get things rolling now with live music from One Big Sunday next.
It's Rush in 50 minutes on BBC Choice, but first Tamsin Outhwaite finds a flippant friend. That's a dolphin, and not the man from Atlantis, of course. Good evening, you're watching BBC Choice, and our first stop tonight is Planet Showbiz. The good news is almost upon us. Now on BBC Choice, I'll give Christopher Price a few moments to slide elegantly into his chair by slowly saying, "This is little." We're back in the Kazi for the brilliant toilets in half an hour on BBC Choice. But first, a little strong language and much amusement. Good evening, welcome to BBC Choice, and as well as being happy that it's Saturday, you should also be happy because we've got an I'm Alan Partridge bonanza starting at 9 tonight. In half an hour on BBC Choice, it's I'm Alan Partridge. And right now on BBC Choice, it's I'm Alan Partridge. And just in case you couldn't tell, it's I'm Alan Partridge night.
And don't forget, you've got one night with Robbie Williams at the Albert. We've got Robbie Williams performing old and new material in half an hour. But first up on Choice, Robbie the Reindeer is having a bad day. 29 members of the public undergo 10 days of physical punishment in SAS. Are you tough enough in half an hour? But first, we're swapping life forces now. Ed Stone.
Good evening, welcome to BBC Choice, but it's not for long because BBC Three's here tomorrow.
Three is a magic number. Yes, it is. That's a magic number.
Now on BBC Three, Trevor Nelson hosts the heated debates over the talent of tomorrow. Just who should receive the BBC Three awards? They're slugging it out in Underground 2003.
Good Lord, it's enormous.
It is huge, isn't it?
Oh, isn't it beautiful?
Good evening and welcome to BBC Three. It's launch night and let me tell you, it is big and it is clever. And who better to let you in on it than one Mr. Johnny Ball.
As you get older or nearer middle age, is that you get a kind of hankering for it to come back again.
Now, time to go over to Tazeen and Patrick in the newsroom to get the day's headlines. It's the 7 o'clock news on BBC Three.
Well, if you want to learn how to do this, the chances are high that there'll be a group near you.
This is BBC Three.
She said, "Don't come back so late this evening."
Well, the drama just keeps on coming here on BBC Three. Good old Friday nights, eh? So, with strong language, the first in a double bill of Burn It.
Microelectronics. And electronic X.
In half an hour on BBC Three, we head off to the good old US of A for the practice. But first, we stay home for strong language, violence and grease monkeys. Bless.
And stretch your toes and point, close. Rosie, what are you doing?
Don't forget the omnibus tomorrow, all the week's dancing dilemmas, delights and disasters. But now we're live with JLC for a bit of after show aftermath.
No, but you're back new because what happened was, right, was this thing happened what you don't even know nothing about. Shut up, I wasn't even supposed to be anywhere even near there. The Meredith came over, started stirring it all up, started calling me all these things, like about this thing, what you don't even know about or something or nothing.
Well, of course, there's a brand spanking new episode on Tuesday at 10:30 here on BBC Three. But let's just have a wee catch-up now. It's the Mighty Boosh.
May I ask what you think you're doing?
I should have thought it was obvious. If you were expecting EastEnders now, then you'd obviously forgotten about the football, hadn't you, eh? We're back in Albert Square tomorrow at 10. Now, strong language in 2 pints.
Right, it's the weekend, I want to go mad. I want to feel different, I want to enjoy myself.
Now on BBC Three, as you know, it's time for our movie of the midweek variety. There's strong language violence and Michael Douglas. Dodgy haircut, great film. It's falling down.
I mean, I know he is. I mean, he was a year out the game, and it's a long, long time, and you'll just step back in and find your match fitness and match touch right.
That's rather put me off.
Was that you?
Yeah.
There's drama tomorrow night on BBC Three, which could be something to do with it being Friday drama night, but don't quote me. Now though, trivia. Head jam.
3! Well, in men's clothing, I just can't, one just can't feel comfortable. Whereas, as a woman, I know most people think you're exploiting yourself, but I feel more comfortable dressed as a woman than I do as a man.
I'll miss you, blob thing. Anyway, strong language as we go from Armageddon in Family Guy to Nanageddon. The lads hold a seance but conjure up something rather nasty in Mighty Bush.
Oh, I just dream of the day I can meet other gays who understand what it's like to be a gay.
Mark Whitten's exposing himself again in half an hour for more comedy for you. But first, Janet decides she has to get through the 5 stages of grief a little bit quicker than normal. No, don't go, my little blob friend thing. I'll miss you. Anyway, in an hour, one of my all-time favourite panel shows comes to BBC Three, never mind the Buzzcocks. But first, let's meet...
Release me, let me go.
Now, my favourite panel show with my favourite presenter. Simon looks like a child's drawing of a person, Amstel, in Never Mind the Buzzcocks.
Oh, yes, that was a terrible term. I even had to wear my outdoor coat indoors.
Well, 'tis the season to be jolly and all that, but putting all 16 families from our already volatile Little Angels series into one room? Carnage! It's the Little Angels Christmas special.
Now on 3, all the hard work it takes to become a head chef, and then you can't even eat any of your own food because, what, it's too expensive? It's too rich? No, it's because you only eat biscuits.
We're here to interview a female who alleges she's been a missing person for the last 13 years. You believe me, don't you?
Reports that their daughter Ivy, snatched as a 13-year-old in 2003, has been found alive.
Ivy, tell me that you're okay, please.
They just need to give her some time. Mum, I'm sorry, but that girl isn't her.
13. Coming soon, online to BBC Three.
Oh, so swish, these new jazzies, aren't they? Just getting things all in order before our big move online, aren't we? Nice. Unlike today, I imagine. But hey, it's over, and tonight on 3 is just beginning, with Top Gear, after 60 seconds, next.
It's really incredible.
It's amazing.
They look the part, don't they?
Pale imitation.
Oh, sick.
Let's do this.
Absolutely smashing it.
Yeah, all right.
3.
All the old faces knocking about, aren't they? Mo and Charlie pitching up in EastEnders in an hour on 3. Something brand new for you first, with some strong language. I Know What You Weighed Last Summer.
How you doing, folks? Welcome to your Thursday night here on BBC Three with me, Louise. We're not messing about here. Let's straight away get you all caught up on today's news from around the world. It's the catch-up.
With great following comes great expectation. With strong language, it's time for the story of the incredible rise and fall of Caroline Calloway in My Insta-Scammer Friend.
Now on BBC Three, we are taking a deep dive. 47 metres down, uncaged. Expect some violent scenes, plenty of scares, and the occasional limb removal.
My Insta-Scammer Friend is up in an hour, and I'm so excited for this because it just sounds mad. First though, with some strong language, the contestants are catering for the big leagues, in hungry for it. Zen Motoring, defo the most common show on telly, is up in half an hour. First though, Philly is back to his usual snooping habits. With some strong language, it's hot property.
Has Liam always been as reckless as he seems? We're visiting the past again on 3 now in Leeds to find out if a wild house party is worth the aftermath. With strong language and adult humour, it's more ladhood.
I mean, this is what I love about Free. We really cover all of that sport in action, you know. When I say action, right, it's not to be taken lightly either. I mean, full-blown kicks, locks, punches, and more craziness you've never seen. Containing some violent scenes, it's the Bellator 283 highlights.
Hard-hitting documentary in half an hour with Zara McDermott's uncovering rape culture. Now, though, with strong language and some scenes which some viewers may find upsetting, it's In My Skin.
Marathon time in half an hour, but this time we're swapping the running shoes for sponges and brushes as we get caught up with Glow Up, Britain's next makeup star. Now on 3, get those flags a-waving. It's Jubilee time in the square. Zara McDermott investigates rape culture in an eye-opening documentary discovering how toxic traits begin. Uncovering rape culture is on in an hour. First on 3, if you have any summer parties planned, then get writing these makeup tips down. It's Glow Up, Britain's next makeup star.